again. Now, I want you to understand, I started DawnDares2Dream because I wanted to relay my message and my heart and my feelings across to whomever would listen. It can be difficult getting your closest family and friends to understand the way that you believe and when you try to express it and share it. So this was like my backdoor way into letting everybody know. Now, I may have lost some viewers as a result of that because they don't agree. And that's fine. I am definitely a proponent of everyone having their own thoughts, their own process, their own mindset that works for them. Your religion works for you, you keep that. No one's telling you to get rid of that. Whatever it is that works for you, continue to use it. I'm just saying that sprinkle some of this other information on it, this personal development information that I'm providing you, and see where your life takes you and how you take off personally. Get out. But always remember, we are in control of how we see our environment. I don't care what everyone says it looks like or everyone says it is. We are in control of how we choose to perceive the environment. Hey dreamers, welcome back. And thank you to all the new dreamers who stopped by DawnDares2Dream today to see what we're all about. Well, of course, we are still continuing the bipolar series. We are on week 2, and this is the 9th video. And I believe I may do one more video and end the series unless you guys have any questions or comments on things that you'd like for me to talk about. Leave me a comment. You can email me. My email address is in the description for this particular video, and let me know, give me some feedback. Otherwise, I'm going to end the series and I may pick it up here and there as we go along. But I did feel that it was important that I come and share my story. Now, today we're actually going to grill. You know I love to grill because girls can grill too. I have a series entitled Girls Can Grill Too, and I have different types of protein that I have chosen to grill. So if you want to learn how to grill or figure out how to put a marinade together for your grill, I'm your girl. Check that series out and you can find out some new and inventive ways for you to grill. Because you know, girls, we grill a lot different than men. Men throw some protein on the grill and go, ooh, we're done. But we're going to do some sides, we're going to do a marinade, we're going to do a sauce. So it's really going to be an intricate meal even though we grilled it. So it's been so nice. The weather here has been wonderful in early November, or no, we're like in mid-November at this point. And I'm taking advantage of it because there was a period through the summer here in Houston, Texas where I did not grill because it was so hot and the bugs were like, you know, on 100. Like they were just out here like bzz, 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 bzz. And I am not a bug girl, okay? I love the outdoors. I don't like some of the elements that come with being outside. So today we're actually going to grill a whole chicken, but I'm gonna split the chicken in half because that way it cooks more evenly for the grill. I'm gonna season this whole chicken with some garlic salt, thyme, turmeric, and lemon pepper. And I'm also gonna have for my sides zucchini and squash. So I'm just gonna slice the zucchini, keep it round, and I'm going to put it on the grill along with the chicken so that it can smoke. So initially I'll put the chicken on the hot side of the grill, and I'll show you this when I get out there so that it can kind of brown and get its color that it needs to get. Then I'm gonna move it to the cold side of the grill, and then I'm gonna add the actual zucchini and squash to the grill on the hot side so they can kind of cook up and be done when the chicken is completely done. Because what I kind of do is I grill, smoke, / bake this chicken right out on my simple grill that I have. So let's go ahead and get started. So now we're gonna go ahead and prepare the chicken. Now I am not a chef or anything, so I typically just cut down the actual breast. It's rather easy to get through because there's a bone right in the middle that you are trying to avoid. Let's see. This sucker is fighting back. Because what I want to do there we go. I got it. I want the chicken to lay absolutely flat. I don't want it to, like right now, if I were to put it on the grill, this side will lay kind of flat and this one isn't prepared to at all. So you want to kind of get this bone flattened on this side. Okay, am I getting through there? Because I want it to lay flat. Let's cut this here. There we go. I had to cut the neck bone. And now the chicken will lay as flat as it possibly can. And what we're going to do now, after my fighting with the chicken, we are going to season it. But before we season it, I want to rub him down with olive oil. This is going to help him brown on the grill. So I want to rub the inside and the outside with the olive oil. And then I'm going to go ahead and season them up. But while we're seasoning our bird here, I wanted to, so he's still sticking up a little bit right here. So, I know I'm poor butchering this poor chicken to get him to lay more. There we go. He's a little bit flatter now. See, he's flatter. Because the whole point is you want him on the grill and you want him to cook as evenly as possible. In order for that to happen, you want to lay the chicken flat. Now, I saw on the Food Network someone cut the chicken and flatten it for the grill. And I was like, okay, so that's my issue with my chicken. I'm having some pieces that are a little more charred than I would like. But that's because my chicken isn't all the way flat. So first we're going to add the seasoned salt, my hands, Lord, the garlic salt. To be honest with you, this is my mother's, but I knew I needed salt and I wanted to have some garlic with this. So I said I will, I'll go ahead and steal some of my mother's seasoning. And then we're going to add some lemon pepper. And this lemon pepper has salt in it as well. You can buy lemon pepper without the salt if you choose. Those legs. There we go. Now this chicken is going to have a lot of flavor just because we are putting it on the grill as well. And I'm trying to hurry up here because the sun is setting on me. But this is thyme, so I'm going to add some of that as well. Add a little bit of thyme here. And I need more time because the sun is setting. So when we go outside, you'll be able to see this first go around, but I probably won't be able to take you out to the grill any longer because it'll be dark outside and I don't have any lighting for you. And then we're going to add in our secret ingredient, the turmeric, because it's going to help to give this chicken a beautiful color as it smokes. And if you've been watching me, you know that whenever I grill, it's like I grill and smoke all at the same time. I never just grill or just smoke. I think that smoking actually takes a long time, and then the grilling portion of it is what cooks the food fast. But when you're smoking, it's usually low and slow. So what I do is I place charcoals over wood and I cook my meat that way. That way I get it to cook fast and I get the smoky flavor. So we're going to start again with the garlic salt. Then next, the lemon pepper. Remember, this is the salted kind, but you can get the one with no salt. The thyme. And the turmeric. There is a recipe that I've used where I mix garlic, fresh garlic, and mayonnaise together and with some salt, and I rub the chicken down like that and put the turmeric on it as well and put it on the grill. But it's not as healthy, so I decided today not to do that, but to just use the olive oil as my base to keep the chicken moist. So now we have her all seasoned. We are going to put her in a pan and take her out to the grill. And after I do that, I'm going to begin to talk about for me, what it means for me to be bipolar, and the realization that I have to live with who I am and my diagnosis and the impact of that for the rest of my life. Anyone else in my life, they have options, they have a choice. So this video is all about giving you motivation and inspiration to continue on living your life no matter who goes and who comes. Because I believe people are in your life for a season or for a long time, whatever their real true purpose is. And sometimes they're here for a season, you gotta let them go. But it doesn't mean that you are a bad or horrible individual because of the things you may have done as a result of your mental illness. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, but we wanna get this baby on the grill. Well, I have the chicken here on the grill. I'll open her up. And so this is the hot side. So I have the whole chicken, the split chicken with all the seasoning, the olive oil on this side, cooking and crisping up. Then I put the veggies on the cold side of the grill so they can begin to smoke. In a few minutes, after I feel that the chicken is cooked enough, I'm gonna flip it on so that the skin side is on the grill. I put the flesh side down first because I don't want to burn my skin. I wanna make sure my skin is nice and pretty when we're done, for presentation purposes. So you're not gonna really burn the inside like you'll burn the actual skin. So I'm just gonna let that cook a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it, and then I'm gonna move it over here to the cold side. Now, while I'm out here, I wanna explain to you what I kind of meant by I have to live with, being bipolar and no one else does. Me being bipolar is just like me being a black woman. I can't change that I'm black walking in America, going into a conference, walking down the street, driving my car. I can also not change the fact that I'm bipolar and I need to make sure that I take my medication and do the things I need to do to make sure that my life is on track the way that I choose for it to be. But with that being said, especially people when you're newly diagnosed, you're trying to figure yourself out, you're trying to figure out the meds, and you can be on a roller coaster ride of emotions and feelings and thinking that you can still do things the way that you used to, but you really can't, but you don't know until you try and experiment. So you're gonna go through some highs and some lows, and you're going to say and do things to the ones who are closest to you, and it's not because you want to hurt them, but honestly, the ones who are closest to us, are our loved ones that are closest to us, our friends and family that are really close to us, they are our outlet. We can't go to work and lash out at our colleagues, lash out at our bosses, lash out at our children's teacher. We get to release around the ones that we love. So you're gonna get the brunt of whatever's negative about the mental illness. But that's because we feel safe enough to be completely ourselves and we don't have to hold anything back. Until we learn how to maneuver and be better citizens, that's basically what's going to happen. But in all of that trial and error, people are going to leave our lives because they're not going to want to deal with it. They're not going to want to put up with it. They're like, I don't have to deal with this for the rest of my life. This is crazy. This is insane. I'm not dealing with this person. And they are correct. They don't have to deal with them. They don't have to deal with you at all. But you know what? You have to deal with you. You have to be there for you, and you need to be the healthiest person for you that you can be. So I'm here to encourage you and say that you will find your support system again. It just may not look the same from year to year, a couple years, maybe different than the last year, but you will find your support system. And remember, your first line of defense is your psychiatrist and your therapist, because that's the safest place that you can be to discuss what is going on with you and what your feelings are and how you are reacting. So I want you to remember, those people are your friend, they're not your enemy. So I'm going to go inside and get something so that I can flip this chicken, because I know that it's time for me to turn it. And then we'll continue to have our conversation, because I want you to understand that you need to maintain your self-esteem and love who you are, and you need to always forgive you. My therapist, Dr. Harwood, I loved her. She was my talk therapist. She said to me, you just have to learn how to get over whatever you did the day before and move on like it never happened. because you will live in a space of always judging yourself, always concerned about what you did, always in forgiveness mode, always in doubt mode of who you are. And we don't have time for that. Yes, tell people or ask people for forgiveness, but don't live in that space forever. Keep it moving, because you can't go back and change those things you've done. You can't fix them. You can't do anything about it. They happen. It's in the past. All you can do is move forward and be better the next time. Okay, we're out here. We're at the grill, and you see how wonderful the color is on there, and you see how the veggies are getting all smoky looking. So we're doing good. I believe the chicken is probably done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over one more time and let it cook some more. But I'm going to move it over to where the veggies are, and I'm going to move the veggies to where the chicken is. I have some containers, so I'm going to put the veggies in the container so that I can make the movements that are necessary. I flipped the chicken. As you can see, I have a little more char right here and right here than I should have. But if you check the other parts of the chicken out, they're pretty good. This skin or meat fell off. I should take that with me and eat it. Have my little buckets right here. But we're doing good out here. And just like with cooking, things happen in life. We don't go 100% as planned, but you have to keep going and figure out a way. But this burnt little piece or whatever, it's not burnt. We're gonna call that charred, and we're gonna eat that. And what I'm gonna do is eat that part of the chicken first, and then save the other part for later. But our little healthy meal is coming along pretty well. Everything is grilled. I don't have a starch, so this is like a low carb meal if you're into that kind of thing. I don't do any particular type of diet. I just like to eat the best that I possibly can. So we're gonna go ahead and go back inside and close this up and let the veggies cook a little bit more, and then I'm gonna pull everything off the grill and plate it up, and then I will be back shortly, and then we'll wrap everything up, and we'll wrap up the whole concept today about moving on and not beating yourself up and forgiving yourself for the things that you have done, because you can't go back and change them anyway. Well, dreamers, we're all done. Check it out. Check it out. Let me move them out the way. You see that? We have our grilled chicken with our zucchini and squash that was also grilled. This is going to be a really good meal tonight. Now, I did want to end this discussion with you with saying there are going to be things that bipolar person who just got diagnosed that they're going to do. They probably already were doing them, to be honest with you. And so they're going to continue to slip up and do them even though they've been diagnosed. The question is, do you want to support them through their journey of being as well as they can be mentally? Each person is different. I can't tell you that they're going to be like me or I'm like them, but what I can explain my story. And that's what this whole series is about. I am one person with bipolar disorder, and this is how I live, and this is how I survive, and this is how I thrive. Because I will tell you, initially I was just surviving with this thing. Then I was like, okay, I'm ready to live, And then the next step was, wait a minute, why am I not thriving? I can thrive like anyone else. So you just have to do what it takes to take care of you. For instance, I don't deal with a lot of stress in my life. If people in my life are adding stress to it, I eliminate them from my life, because stress is not good for me. Stress isn't good for anyone, but stress really isn't good for me, because I could have a break from reality because I have undue stress because of the environment that I've chosen to be a part of. So I'm very careful about who I call my friend. I'm very careful about how many people that I spend a lot of time with, because I have to keep my stress levels low, because I have to take care of myself. I have to be there for my mom. And remember, I have a son who's on the spectrum and he's high functioning. So thank God for that. But high functioning doesn't mean that he doesn't display symptoms of the disorder. He does. And those are things that I have to deal with. So I limit the amount of stress. Even at my job, sometimes I will say I'm only in charge of myself. So as things are happening and stress may be trying to rise, I eject and I go, I'm only in charge of myself, and let me do what I need to do for this project, because I'm only in charge of me. I can't force these individuals to work together or blah, blah, blah. Do you understand? I have learned how to be a part of society, but not let society take over me. Do you understand? I have a playlist that's called Living Life Offensively. And it's living life on purpose. It's living a driven life, and understanding that you have a plan and things are going to happen and disrupt that plan. But how do you get back on track? Check out that playlist. It's called Living Life Offensively. If I can, I will add that as one of the playlists for this video. And you will also, so you'll see up here the playlist for this video. Then you will also see the subscribe for myself. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, my face is going to be up here in a circle. You can click on my face, and that way you can subscribe to my channel. Second, I'm going to have the playlist, My Bipolar Journey, is going to be up here. So that way, if any videos you have missed, you can go back and watch them. And whenever you want to go back just to refresh your memory on something that I said that's pertinent to your life, go back and take a look at it. The playlist will be here. And last, I'm going to add in the Living Life Offensively playlist, because it's very important for me to design my life strategically, because that is what allows me to be successful. That's what allows me to thrive. I have to have a plan in place for me and my son and my mom, how we're going to live, what we're going to do, because I'm the head of my household. I'm not married. I'm single. So I have to make those moves, and I have to plan those out. I can't just fly by the seat of my pants, because that's when you get into trouble and then you get into stressful situations. So I plan as much as I possibly can. Now, so if you like this video, give me thumbs up. Also remember, there's a share button down here with an arrow. Share this to your social media platform like Facebook. I am doing these videos so that they can get out in the world and people can see them. So don't be ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm proud to be a bipolar woman. Share this, because this video may help someone else. Also, leave me a comment if you have any questions about anything. If you don't want to leave a comment, you want to email me, my email, DawnDares2Dream@gmail.com, is in the description for this particular video. So you can go and click on that and you can send me an email. And I already talked about subscribing. So if you haven't subscribed, my channel is not just about me being a bipolar woman. It's a lot about health and wellness and personal development. That is who I am. My motto is Mindset, Belief, Action, MBA. You know what that means to me? You have to have the proper mindset to achieve your dreams. You have to believe in yourself and in your dream in order for it to happen. And after you have the proper mindset and you believe that your dream is possible, you got to take action, people, on what you are trying to accomplish. So I am going to bring to you a whole series on MBA, Mindset, Belief, Action. It's coming to you soon. So I'm so glad that you guys hung out with me today. I have had a good time grilling my food, because you know girls can grill too. Yes, check out that playlist like I talked about earlier. If you're looking into grilling and you're looking into doing some different types of things, I'm your girl. Check out Girls Can Grill Too. So thanks again. Have a great day, dreamers.